Welcome to another episode of
What's Good, Bro?
Where we have new conversations.
Real life.
You are now listening to What's Good, Bro? I'm PSJ.
And I'm PJ.
A podcast where we share new conversations
and real life experiences men face.
So subscribe,
rate,
and review wherever you get your podcast.
Now to the episode.
Let's go. And today, we have someone special in the house. Drum roll. Someone exquisite in the house. So I will leave her to introduce herself.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Hi, what's good, bro? Hi.
Good.
So my name is Murielle. A lot of people would tend to say that women are not usually invited to platforms like this. So I want to start by saying thank you that I'm here.
You're welcome.
Okay, so so my name is Murielle. I'm an applied psychologist. I run a private practice. I help people to heal from pain and trauma. I'm also a corporate strategist. So basically I help, companies, C-suites, etc., with strategies that they need to continue to grow and develop and just execute at the highest level. So that's in a snapshot who I am and what I do.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
So today, we are going to be speaking on the psychology of men.
Yeah.
The psychology of men.
The psychology of men.
Ooh.
But I want us to start off with a video.
A video, yeah.
Yes. And we saw it over during the week. Mm-hmm. It's a video of the the Coldplay video. That's what we call it, the Coldplay video.
The Coldplay video.
Okay. With the guy and the lady.
Okay.
And when the camera came up. Let's watch it real quick.
Let's watch it. Okay.
Let's watch it real quick.
Oh, look at these. All right, come on. You okay? Oh, what?
It's the way he said that.
Very
Okay.
shy.
So, we all know there's something fishy.
Obviously.
If it smells like fish, it's probably a fish.
Probably fish. I even think it's funny that the reaction was what caused the explosion.
Yeah.
Of the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't move, I don't think it would have gone past Coldplay.
No, I think it would have because of who he is.
Okay.
So anybody that saw them on that screen would have had to go and look for that video and send it.
True.
Yeah.
So I think it became worse because of how he reacted.
Yeah.
But I think that it doesn't matter. If you see Trump anywhere, or if you see, President Trump, sorry. If you see, a certain public figure anywhere, just because of who they are, the video is going to trend.
Yeah, fair enough. And I think also the internet doesn't forgive. Even if it was somewhere in an archive, someone would just bump into that video one time and I think so. But I want to ask a question though, right? Can men and women be friends? Because can a guy go to a concert with a female like that without being like looking for somewhere to hide your face? Is that possible?
Is that possible?
Yeah,
So you're asking like two questions, almost three questions in one.
Okay.
So you ask, can men and women be friends?
Yeah.
Can men and women go to a concert without it?
Like just
certain places.
Certain
that
places.
if you're highlighted, wouldn't look like you're
wouldn't look
Yes.
like unfortunate. So here's the thing. It takes a strong level of maturity and it takes a strong level of boundaries and a certain type of platonic history for men and women to be friends. Once there was most people, maybe like 95% of people or 99%. I'd probably have colleagues right now who tell you no, that is not possible. It's just 100% not possible. Because what do you do with a friend? You discuss your life. You discuss all of the different things happening. You discuss, and most times women are not really that comfortable, and sometimes men are also not comfortable with the opposite way, as well. So it's not the easiest thing for men and women to be friends. It's easy for them to be cordial, but the level of friendship that they can have, I don't necessarily know how realistically real that is. And then the part about being able to go somewhere without like it being highlighted, unless maybe if you're in a different country where there are no cameras,
True.
in a different country where nobody knows you and there are no cameras, maybe then. But the real truth, I mean, I have even couples who are maybe like huge stars in the sense where they don't even feel like they can go to a regular concert in their own country just because of who they are and the attention that they will get, and they just can't. They're like, Murielle, I just can't even go out and like get a drink with my husband, or I can't go out and just like dance or anything simply because of, you know, society and who I am and what's that's gonna look like if somebody films it and those different things. So it's not the easiest. Like I said, if you can like leave the country and then go to somewhere remote where nobody knows you, you know, maybe then you get some away time, but really it's in your home.
Okay, but I personally, I'm not sure if it's possible. So I think it's always a hard, and it goes back to what you said, Murielle. It's always a hard, especially with men, because men are we know what we want. We know what, and most times when you get into that friendship, it's usually the female saying no. Do you get, like, I'd rather in that kind of weird situation where you're hanging out. So the guy will be trying to be friends with the opportunity of a lifetime to show up. So I just think it's one of those dicey.
It's very dicey.
I beg to differ, and I have my reasons, right? I started having female friends, best friends actually from like GSS3.
Okay.
And I think
But that's the difference.
Remember when she said there has to be a platonic history.
Oh, okay, exactly.
So if you have like platonic history from like when before your frontal lobes really developed, do you understand? It makes it a lot easier than when you have matured and then you're gonna become friends now with someone. It just does not work. But you can, you know, come over to the house and like hang out on the chair and you're gonna watch TV together. It just does not work out.
But I have a follow-up question though.
I
feel like because of that friendship that is lacking, a lot of times that's where the lack of understanding comes from, both male and female. Because if I believe that I have a few sisters and a lot of cousins that are females, I believe the friendship developed because I'm able to relate better with them, right? So I can empathize with women, right? I can know that, okay, she's not just being cranky. Maybe I realize that, oh, my sister respects me, younger sister. If she's cranky, maybe it's that time of the month. Now I have empathy to the female because...
But you dare not say it.
No, I won't say it. You dare not say it. You dare not. Exactly. It is from having these friendships with females that you get to learn all of these things. But imagine being distant from the female. You don't know all of these things and you just feel like, women are hard to understand. Women are hard to please. But if you have a friend who is a female and she acts the same way your girlfriend behaves, you'll be like, okay, maybe my girlfriend is not that crazy. Or if you have a sister that acts the same way. So I feel, how can we bridge that friendship gap?
Communication. Right? It just has to be done, you know. Or Murielle, do you have a better example?
The way you brought it up is amazing, you know, in the sense of you want to understand, you know, women. So the more women you speak to and the more women you know is the more that you can, you know, in a sense, understand them. But like I said, without like strong platonic history, what ends up happening is this case scenario where the guy knows he wants something or the girl, somebody at some point. So intimacy comes from time spent together. The more time you spend with someone, the more you like them. The more you like them, the more it escalates. Do you understand? And that's why they tell couples all the time, if you starve the time that you intentionally spend together, you're starving your relationship. Like it cannot be a healthy relationship without the investment of time, because it will just be dry ground all of the time. Do you understand? But the more time you spend with your significant other or partners, the more you are able to pour into one another. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So, but just to come back to you, in the understanding of quote unquote women, if you were lucky, you had sisters. If not, YouTube. If not, you ask the person you're courting or you go to therapy. You know, because like I said, or you can ask a woman who's willing to listen, or a woman that you're cordial with, you know. But building friendships, you know, in your 20s, and 30s and 40s. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying the level of maturity, right?
Yeah.
And boundaries that it will take is really where it's at. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not going to misuse this opportunity of having Murielle on the line. So on air with us. But what I want to do, Murielle, I have some questions for you.
Sure.
Because we do need to help this man. We need to support the man. We need
I love it.
Because in the day and age that we are now, we have so many expectations on top of on men, and we have so many expectations even when it comes to relationships. So we need to be sure, right, what is right and what is wrong. So we have a professional here to help us. So so my first question is, what common thread or reoccurring challenge have you noticed amongst men?
Common thread and reoccurring challenges.
Have you noticed amongst men?
I'm gonna go with the biggest one. No blueprint.
Okay.
A lot of men have absolutely no blueprint on what it truly means to be a man.
Yeah.
That is the most common thread anywhere in the world. Unfortunately. In the sense where even if the father was present physically, he was probably absent emotionally, which means what he passes down to his son is probably machoism, rule over your wife, depending on which generation it was, but most men really have so much to learn about what it is to be a man, what that looks like, what it is to not be a man. Like a lot of men think, okay, I've paid the school fees, the house rent is paid, food is on the table, my job here is done. Do you understand? They don't think, oh, I gotta help with homework. I have to show up and be a present father. Like I'm raising human beings who need my voice. But here's where the trick comes in. A mother can compliment a child, right? And the child would be like, oh yeah, mommy complimented me. The father compliments the same exact compliment. It becomes identity. Fathers give identity.
Yes.
Identity comes from men, whether women like it or not. Whether women appreciate it or not. If your mother comes and says, oh, your hair is nice. Oh yeah, mommy said my hair is nice. Your father said, I like it when you cut your hair this way. It represents this is how you will be cutting your hair. It's the same thing we have found in women who are married, in the sense where what their husband says to them about what they look like, if you see a woman that is loved well, you always know. Her confidence will tell you, the way she walks will tell you, the way she shows up into rooms will tell you. Everything that she does will reflect the way she's being loved and she's being treated at home by her husband. Do you understand? Just at the mere fact that she's being loved well. We can't emphasize enough just how important it is for men to understand that they are the ones that shape identity within the lives of their children and the lives of even their wives. So the common thread is there's just no blueprint. Like this, what I just said now, that is so significantly important. I can't tell you how many men do not know this.
Do not know.
They don't know identity comes from them, and sometimes they end up emotionally abusing their children and then not knowing it. I didn't do anything. I paid her school fees and she studied at Harvard. But do you know how many people have not studied at Harvard?
I think, see, now being a father now, I kind of have a good idea of what you're talking about. But the issue that I think most men face is that from the time, it's kind of like women too. When you're younger, they tell you how to prepare to being married, and it causes that shift in why women have that pressure. But with men, they tell you have to be a provider, you have to be this, you have to be that from a childhood. Then you go into relationships, it's all about, especially now, thank God I'm out of the market. Especially now, it's about what can you provide, what can you do, how can you elevate me. It's all about provision. So when men get into that situation of either being in a family setting, what they think is it's all about provision. I remember it happened to me too. It's almost like every father has gone through it. Everyone has gone through it. Where you feel like your father was there, he provided. But the only person that was really present was the mom. So that becomes a disconnect between the father, right? And that's what skyballs into insecurities, all this stuff because it's true, men do validate.
And I even dare say that's the reason why a lot of men, especially in this part of the world, cannot marry or date someone who is financially more buoyant than them, because they feel like you find many men that if a woman is more successful is a threat to them.
Oh no, not in this time. We have a lot of princess men at the moment.
You know we spoke about that last episode.
Let's not shake the table.
No. Let's shake the table a little bit.
Okay.
But
we have a lot of princess men, currently, they really feel, there are some men.
And this is why we bring Murielle on air.
they really, that feminist movement, the Me Too movement that were going on. When that movement started, those princess men were clapping. They were like, finally, they are going to take, these are the type of men that go on dates, but and there's nothing wrong with paying or not paying up, but they go on dates literally saying the women will pay. These are the type of men that want the women to propose to them as well. Like, as in go down on one knee. Yes, no princess men. So, you also have the type of men in the sense where, beyond, the proposing and the going down, they want all of the womanly privileges that the woman may bring to the table, like sex and cuddling and all of that good stuff. But then they still want her to turn around and be like the trophy for them, and then they also want her to turn around and just kind of also be manly. So they don't, because then they can vacate their responsibility. So they only want to lead when it benefits them. So that's a definition of princess men. They only take up leadership when it benefits them. Other than that, the lady has to run everything. They do exist, I promise you.
No, I mean, I'm not.
I promise you.
And we're seeing actually more and more of them actually.
I promise you.
Fumbi, our producer Fumbi just agreed.
And especially because, and I've been talking about this now for the last couple of weeks, a lot of men do not know how to love and cater to multifaceted women. So women who are capable, women who are intelligent, women who can walk in the room and the room shifts. Do you understand? They don't necessarily know how to love those type of women. I had to make a whole 18-page slider on Instagram. It's a whole book I pretty much made. Sent it to my team and broke it down from the beginning till the end. 18 pages long of how to love a multifaceted, capable woman. But the major key in that is you have to cherish her. If you do not cherish who she is, you do not cherish her gifts, you do not cherish her talent, you don't cherish what she brings to the table, you're always going to have some type of argument. You're always not going to be at peace. She will never be your peace. She will find it extremely hard to submit to you because the cherishing is low. Anytime cherishing is low, quarreling is high. Because a cherished woman doesn't have a reason to quarrel.
And I think it even goes back to the most interesting book in my opinion, Genesis 1 or 2, when it said tend the garden, keep it, nurture it. And like you said, most times we only do the provision side. We want to just but there's a keeping part, and that's what you're talking about, like cherishing it, nurturing it.
And if you don't know, by the way, Murielle is a woman of faith. So she understands the true calling of what each sex, male, female is supposed to be. And that's why we start things like this, just to sort of give people the blueprint. It's needed.
So the blueprint is something I specifically do with men at work. Where it's like when men come, the first thing I do is I say, let's work on your blueprint.
Fantastic.
Let's work on what it means for you to be a man. What does that look like? How do you apply this here and there before we do like any type of deep, because that blueprint will change your life.
I like that. Question of the day. What is your blueprint?
What is your blueprint?
What is your blueprint?
Like, what is your blueprint for how you love women? What is the blueprint for how you choose a wife? What is a blueprint for, because men men don't understand when you're choosing a wife, you're choosing your legacy.
Exactly.
You're choosing the mother of your children. You're not just choosing a pretty babe. You're choosing destiny. Do you understand? Sorry.
True. Yeah. So it's deeper than just choices. You have to make the right ones.
You have to really like choose for destiny and not for just prettiness. Granted, I tell people all the time, please do not marry somebody you're not attracted to. It will not work. I want to say this. In the camera. I want to come closer to the camera and the mic. Please zoom in. Please do not marry someone you are not attracted to. This person will get on your nerves sometimes. At least when they get on your nerves and you look at them, you can say, oh, okay, this is nice. Instead of them getting on your nerves and you're wondering, what in the
world? Like we always say, you have people that, you wake up, this is your eternity.
Yeah.
So the fact that you wake up, there's some days you'll be waking up and you're like, look at that big head. So at least, let me just be like, at least you're pretty. Like,
at least you're fine. You're annoying, but you're fine.
So annoying. Level wouldn't go past this. My reputation. That's amazing.
You just see their eyes and you start thinking, okay, everything is fine.
I love it. I have another question that will go, that pivots off that. So where do you see signs of social failure in how boys, or should we say men, are raised and perceived in our society? And how can we shift this in raising the next generation?
Okay, so the biggest social failure is we're not raising boys up in the consciousness of times and seasons.
Expatiate.
Yes. We're raising them how men are supposed to be.
Okay.
So we're not raising them. We are now in 2025.
Things are different.
AI is on the move. Yeah. Technology is on the rise. Yeah. Women have jobs. Women are doing this. Women do. So you're not raising the man to understand I am in a different time than the time that you were raised in. Therefore, the skills that you need to raise your son with now is beyond being a provider. Like if you have a son, you better take him to the kitchen. Honey, cooking is a survival skill. Yeah. Please, this is how you make your own oatmeal.
Even before you get married.
Even before you get married, like the skill set, the mindset, the understanding, but also men fully understanding the strength that they bring into the world. Do you understand? Yeah. The strength that men... Let me be a little bit transparent. I can't believe I'm out here being transparent.
Please, go ahead.
On this podcast. Maybe we might not use this part,
It's all coming out. Everything.
Right? So I would consider myself to be an extremely strong person. I would not equate myself and vulnerability is important and being present is important, all of that good stuff, right? And I think I'm about to take my transparency back.
You're thinking about it again.
I'm thinking about it all over again.
Feel free.
And maybe I'll bring him, or maybe I'll bring him to set or something. Yeah. But having met someone who does not flinch at my strength, like it's not even there. It's not even in his purview. He's not even thinking about it. In the sense where he's like, I think you should work on this. This is me who works on a million different things all of the time. And he's like, you can actually be better at this. You can be better. Just the strength of a man's presence. And it comes from the fact that I have extremely strong fathers as well. My biological father is extremely strong. My spiritual father is extremely strong. So I'm not, new to the sense of having like really capable men around you. And I understand how that has shaped me and how different that has been for me in the sense where it has morphed me into the ability to be a very disciplined woman, but also the ability to be very delicate. And a lot of women have to be strong and extremely disciplined because of just what is happening, but then they forget how to be soft and how to be delicate in a sense. So men miss out on understanding the power that they have when they choose to have strong leadership in the life of the people around them. It doesn't even have to be relational. It could literally be a friendship. It could be singing in the choir. It could be wherever men find themselves present, leadership should be present. Organization should be present. Protection should be. There's certain men, if I'm around them, I don't have anything with them. But I 100% know I'm okay. Like right now, I don't have to look nowhere. Like I don't have to do a single thing. Everything is going to be just A-okay, A-fine. Just because they understand what it means to be a man. They're not like crumbling under themselves in a sense. So I think that not raising men in times and seasons is a strong disservice to them because I'm a provider. You have women now doing digital marketing at home in their pajamas. Making turnover of what? And she's like, provide. Can you sit here and talk to me about my emotions? Can you sit here and like pray for me? Can you sit here and like listen in a sense,
So nowadays what you're trying to say is it goes beyond
being a provider. Being a provider. Thank you. The trips are nice. Food is nice. Lights are nice. Water is nice. Thank you so much for the basic necessities.
But what else you bring to the table?
What else?
Because truly, if women can provide for themselves now, what's next?
Because back in the day, women weren't providing for themselves. They were at home. They were cooking. But why are we using a template from 1950 in 2025? Something has to be wrong, doesn't it?
Sure. Yeah.
I think the structure should not change in the sense where men will remain the leaders. Like feminists, I'm sorry if you listen to this, God bless you. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you want to be. You know what's the crazy part? I was talking to a guy who was complaining to me about his wife. He was like, Murielle, she's just nagging me. I'm like, so what did she do? She said it was Mother's Day and she didn't like that I didn't post her on time or something. And he was like, please talk to her, And no, he didn't go as far as saying that as yet. But then what happened was, I said, would you like the psychological answer or would you like the biblical answer? He was like, give me both. And then I was like, do you understand that the Bible says that a woman's desire will be for her husband? I think people just skip over that. They glance over it. The Bible literally says, maybe you guys can put up a script. The Bible literally says your desire will be for your husband, but he will still rule over you. It's literally there in Genesis. Desire is a very powerful word. So if she's asking, did you eat? Did you change your clothes? Did you post our birthday page? Did you plan the day? It's because the woman is wired for her desire to be for you. So the less clarity you give her, the less understanding you give her, is the more you will feel nagged. Instagram has scheduling now. Had you had scheduled Mother's Day, had you had scheduled that Mother's Day post,
maybe you wouldn't be nagged.
Be in this position.
Fantastic.
Do you understand? Her desire is to be praised by you because she was built to want to wire to please
I'm
you.
even happy you spoke about that. Let's go to. I have another video I want to react to because you see, we have when you talk about a man has to do a bit more. There's that means you have to be available. You have to be very available. I love that. Good. Okay. So, hold on to that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now we have another video.
Okay, you have another video.
That will be confusing.
Okay.
Let's go. So,
okay, I'm ready.
Danger is a guy that has too much time. That's too available. I call you at any time of the day and you're like, babe, what are you doing? Why are you not busy? Be busy.
Why are you answering every call? Please don't. Like, at least make me miss you.
Or even just look for you. Like, why did you not pick up my call?
Yeah,
like
let's argue.
Every day you're just available like a bad bee. Like,
yes.
Okay.
And you see, that's where. So I'm a man.
Yeah.
And of course, Paul. So we've had situations along the line where, in life, of course, where you meet someone and this is what she claims is good. You get? And then you meet another situation and it's a whole different ball game. Someone is telling, now I've seen people that want you to be there 24/7. And then now you have someone else saying,
You're too available.
You're too available. And my major issue in this video
is the fact that she's saying,
it's not even her saying, because that could be her preference.
Yeah.
It's the two other friends talking.
Yeah.
It's like no one is there to even say, I like my man's availability. So it leaves us as men confused.
Like, what do you want?
Exactly. So help me with that, because from the psychology part of it, because you said we have to be available. Someone else is saying, or three people are saying, oh, please don't pick up. When I call you, don't pick up. And my response was, why did you call? They don't call me.
This is traumatic. That was a very
100%.
So I don't know her history.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
I hope that, she doesn't have lingering childhood trauma, because you may see this. I don't know, what made you say that statement, right? But the truth is this, right? Or maybe what she meant was have a purpose, have something that you're doing, that you're not like lingering on the couch all day and eating cornflakes and not doing anything. Maybe that's the angle where she was coming from.
Yeah.
That would have been the healthy angle, right? But the truth is, if you're gonna, and I have to talk to women like this a lot, if you're gonna be with an overly ambitious man who wants to take over half of the world, there's a sacrifice that comes with it, being with that type of man.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because if you're expecting him to be home at 6 o'clock for dinner, and you want him to be at every school play recital, and he's not there.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be taking over the world. So dealing with the type of people I work with, I tell wives all the time, create a schedule. Create a schedule where what is negotiable, what is non-negotiable, where does your husband really need to be, where does he not need to be. Okay, this is going to be family time now, there will be no work involved. And I tell women all the time, don't compete with a man's work, you will lose. You will absolutely lose against him, because that work is his first love. You understand? He loves you. He loves you. And I tell men all the time, so I tell this to women, but I tell this to men all the time, in the sense of, your work will not take care of you at the hospital. Your work will not keep you warm at night in bed. Your work will not deliver your children. Do you understand? True. So if you neglect if you neglect the most important thing, what is going to end up happening is that you are going to really regret it in the long run. Because your wife is a representation of you and your home. So if they are neglected, then everything that you think you have going will fall apart, because she's going to keep that home together. She's going to keep everything running smoothly, so that you're at the recitals that you need to be at, that you're at the dinners that you need to be at, that you can still travel and come back. But as you are doing that, have it in your mind that they are my priority, that the point of me traveling is not to boost my own ego. It's to be there. And then you have the men who are just, I'm good with working a 9 to 5. I'm good with being home for dinner every day at 6 o'clock. And that is good too. It's just when you're choosing the type of guy you're choosing, right? Choose the one that you can handle. Do not expect ambitious guy to be at home at 6 because you will have a divorce. Name the top 10 most wealthiest men that have rocketed the world, and tell me one of them that don't have a divorce.
Yeah,
that's a good one. You know what I think the main issue is no matter how busy you are, right? There are still ways to make it your spouse, like your spouse and your children, still feel connected.
But that's a skill that men also have to learn. They also have to realize, okay, because I'm an ambitious man, how am I going to prioritize and show up for my family? How am I going to take responsibility for the time that I want to spend with them? How am I going to do that?
And I think at some point, like you said, you just have to make sacrifices. So it means that some deals you won't take.
Yes, some deals you won't take.
make.
Sometimes your family will fly to you.
Yeah.
Because if you're making that much, okay, kids, we are living in South Africa for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
We are going, and that's why, like, for a wife, if you want to marry somebody that's super ambitious, like, being a planner is like non-negotiable.
Amazing. Wait, let me ask real quick. For me, do we have time? We still have some time.
Oh, wow.
Amazing, because we need more nuggets from
I hope this has been good so far.
Oh, it's been amazing.
Okay.
By the way, Murielle was supposed to have traveled. So this is an honor that she's here.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
All right. I think you had a question.
I was going to ask, it's regarding emotional intelligence with men. How would you define emotional intelligence and emotional availability in men? When people say men are emotionally unintelligent, what do you think they are overlooking? They are not available. Like the video we just watched, I'm like, And I always say most times, correct me if I'm wrong, most women say they want an emotionally intelligent man, but they will run away from an emotionally intelligent man, because an emotionally intelligent man would require
drinks tea.
would require a lot from you.
True.
Right?
Drinks more tea.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're the professional here.
No,
You are 100% not wrong. Hence drinking the tea.
Because you can't deal with an emotion.
You can't run around an emotionally intelligent man.
Exactly.
You can't boss him around. You can't tell him what he can or can't do, because he knows who he is. He knows his power. He knows exactly why he's in your life. So I need to go take a quick trip and buy 5 extra dresses. You probably need to put that money in stocks. You need to sit down at home and read a book. In a sense, you can't run around and do what you want. An emotionally intelligent man would hear that video and run away.
Exactly.
For example, because it's like, I'm not about to get into this with you. You are a child. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Emotionally intelligent men are extremely powerful. But just to come back and answer your question, it's in the sense where the best angle I can take to describe this in a very, sharp way is being healthily emotionally intelligent is when you can recognize and be sensitive and know how to respond, not react to what is happening around you with the people that are happening around you. So it's not, you can see that your wife or girlfriend is overstimulated, her mind is full, and you're like, babe, we gotta leave at 6:00. Like, that's extremely insensitive in that moment. Like, maybe help her, maybe take the kids, maybe, I don't know, get extra help from somewhere. It's being able to respond to the moment and what the moment requires in calculating empathy and being present in that sense. And being emotionally available, it doesn't mean that you're emotional all of the time, but it means that you are present and you can talk about and articulate your feelings and how you feel and where you are within your feelings, and most importantly, what you need. A lot of men don't stop at the, you know what, I need space right now. Or I need to unplug from the house. I'm going to take 2 days. And women need to be okay with men saying that, because they're like, what did I do?
I know,
tears. Tears, crying. But it doesn't mean you did anything. It just means what he needs. And I feel like a lot of times, because men don't communicate needs like right away, women will communicate needs as they bat their eye. I need you to hug me. I need you to hold me. I need you to cuddle me. I need to go shopping. I need a vacation. Like, women will communicate like 15 needs in under an hour. And men won't communicate a need in 2 months.
Why?
Because they were not taught to communicate their needs. It's not something that was modeled for them. They don't even have a neural pathway for it.
Thank you.
It's not even in their brain.
I've been saying this.
Do you think it's a thing also where we had a conversation in the previous episode where, because men are trained and wired to meet needs, we
solution based.
Yeah, we're very solution based, so we feel like we're supposed to be the ones
for your own solution.
So it's difficult for us, because I was saying, even with us, like, it's difficult for me to come to you and be like, oh, I need this, because I feel like I should have the capacity as a man to meet that need, do you think that also affects?
Of course.
Wow.
Because you feel you should meet your own need. And so that's why sometimes women that love you, they spend time studying you so that they can tell, oh, this is what your actual need is. And this is what that looks like. But it does help if men can communicate their needs, because it helps a woman that loves you.
In fact, that brings me to the next question, which I'm sure you'll break down. I'll just ask it to you, because we really want to understand why it's such a struggle for men and women to understand themselves, whether in relationships, friendships, long-term relations. Why is it so hard to understand? Because till today, we still get confused.
Can I tell you the truth?
Yeah.
There's a lot of jargon around that. Like, we can be here for 7 hours talking about it. But in all of my experience, I think it's because love is a risk.
I like that.
Love is a risk. You're putting yourself on the table. You're putting your heart on the table. You don't know what's going to happen with what you're going to say. You have to be willing to take the risk and fall and get back up and say, okay, when you said that, it hurt me. Okay, when you said that, it was easier for me to receive that. When you said this is what it made me. So you have to be willing to be in the risk together. But that's not what we're doing these days. What we're doing these days is we're playing games. You call me one time, then I'm going to call you 2 times. Then when you call me 2 times, then I'm not going to text you back. Then when you don't text me back, then I'm going to pretend like I don't like you. Then so that you can say something. And then when you say that thing, and then you wonder why the divorce rate is so high. Because the foundation you started on, right, was a foundation of we're going to play games. It wasn't a foundation where this is a risk for me. This is also a risk for you. Do we want to be in this risk together?
I love how you said people just play games, because I love sports. I play and I watch football.
Yeah.
I think people play defense.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes.
Because I think the reason why, in my opinion, I was having a conversation actually yesterday with someone, and their partner is kind of like, they were good, just an off conversation happened and built a wall.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you're good? Yeah, I'm good, you're good. But no, I think I don't think anything is wrong. And like, why do you think people, is it a side of ourselves we're trying to hide? Because are we afraid of vulnerability? Why? And how can we just help and stop playing these games? Because it's not helping anyone actually.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Like 100% agree with you on that. I think it's, again, times and seasons. Again, people don't let dating evolve. They don't allow dating to evolve. People did not go to therapy 10 years ago. Everybody now is almost in therapy or looking to get into therapy. Do you understand? So you have all of these emotionally intelligent people, right, still playing unintelligent games. Do you understand? You have all of these self-aware TikTok carrying, Instagram therapists carrying, book reading, master degree, YouTube university, all of you're armed with all of this information. How to love a man. And by the way, how to love a man is just to respect him. That's it. Yeah. How to love a woman. The list is longer. So, the list is longer. It is longer. It is definitely longer. Men, they're good. You respect them. You're humble. You're kind, and you take a knee here and there. And if they're African, and they'll be fine. Don't say that in the West. You tell women in the West to bow down for your husband. They bow down.
It's so funny. That's why that word is loathed nowadays, the word submission, because it's been taken out of context.
Submission is completely out of context. Submission, I want to break it down for
fantastic, because you remember
because I'm a very good example of this, like naturally in like my natural life. So I remember I was very young at the time, probably early teens, and thankfully I have a mother, who really raised me to know God. And I opened the Bible one day and I read, women must submit to their husbands. And I was like, "Well," I closed my Bible right away. Like I remember
This is
doing
where the
it.
faith stops.
I know, right?
I closed because I even as a teenager, I knew the kind of power I had because of the identity my natural father gave me. Do you understand? My father was never the type of person, is alive, thank you, Jesus, never the type of person to let you walk into a room with your head down, for you not to know who you are or the presence that you carry. Like my father raised me to be alert, to be like he's very much on you based. Like if this is summertime now, my father went to buy a blackboard, got the syllabus, whatever I'm going to learn in school. And whatever we're going to learn in school next semester, I already learned in the summer break.
Yeah.
You understand? So, By the time we go back to school, how do you do this? Amazing. So that's how, the type of father I have. So by the time I read Women Must Submit, I was like, close Bible, I'm going to pay attention to everything else. And I already made up my mind. I'm going to get a big mansion. I'm going to have some cats, and then I'm going to take care of my family. That was my plan. But it was working for a long time. And then, quite frankly, I woke up one day and I prayed and God was like, your idea is not going to work out for us. And then that's when I truly understood that submission is 2 words where you sub under the mission. It's submission. So you sub under the mission that God will now give you and your husband.
Exactly.
Right? The mistake that women make is they get under the wrong mission. Do you understand? So when they meet a man, they never even think to ask him, what is your mission? What is your vision? Because I want to know if I can sub myself under that mission, because I'm carrying heavy weight. I'm carrying heavy duty favor over here. Do you understand? So if I'm carrying heavy weight and I know I'm a heavy weight, but I go and get me a lightweight mission man, I am going to stifle him. Do you understand? I'm gonna squeeze him. He gonna be sick of me, and he gonna be thinking, "Oh, let's have this little house." I'll be like, "No.
I need a mansion.
I need me.
I have the capacity for a mansion." Come on, what are you talking about?
Okay, let's do this little thing. Because a woman will always multiply what you're bringing, and if I'm over multiplying. The little that you already have, you will feel like I'm drowning you. So I tell women all the time, if you know that you are a faceted woman, right? Don't go look for a man that and it's okay if the man just wants to paint paintings, be by the beach and make some food and grill. There's a woman for him. It's just not you.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So you have to be able to sub under the mission that God will now give your husband. And when you sub under that mission, he's supposed to be able to carry the weight of who you are.
Exactly.
And when he can carry the weight of who you are, you can also undergird the weight of who he is. Because that's what he's going to need. So now you have undergirding, right? He gets undergirded. He gets the help, the support. And you also get covered. Do you see the whole thing? You also get covered because you're under somebody who has capacity and strength for you. Do we get it?
Yeah, I get it. But the most important verse, because that's in Ephesians 5, I think the most important verse is in verse 21 that says men and women should submit to one another in reference to God. And then, even in that verse, like you said, but even in that, I think women get that wrong as well. In the sense of, so you have to submit to me too. No, honey. No, it's just
honey, I keep trying to tell the feminists, so sorry. I keep trying to tell y'all, right? Submission is protection.
Yes.
It is. If you have a proper leader, you will never ever question submission. You'll be living la vida bella.
You'll be like, go ahead, hubby.
Go ahead.
Do you?
I'm right here. I got everything covered. Kids are covered. Houses, everything is covered. Basically.
That's amazing. I like the way you explained it and the whole idea of the sub under the mission. So I have one last question.
Sure,
because we have to round up.
Yeah.
So
this was fun. Thank you.
And this helps. And thank you. Thank you so much for coming through. But I just want to know, and I'm sure the viewers want to know, and everyone would know, what does a whole, emotionally healthy and thriving man look like?
Ooh!
So what kind of
qualities, I got excited.
What kind of qualities or habits define him? Because I'm sure a lot of I'm sure we have female viewers that would like to know.
Is the
And I would like
recording
to know
on?
too.
Is the record on? Is everything being recorded?
Yes, it is.
I need
Go ahead.
them to double check. Can somebody double record? Just double record, just in
just to
case.
be sure.
Just to be sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we good? We good? Everybody checked?
Yeah.
Okay, great. He is kind. He's understanding. He's attentive. He is emotionally present. He's emotionally available. He knows how to correct you with love. He knows how to tell you this behavior is not going to make it past around the corner. He knows how to keep you in check with a look. But he also knows how to comfort you. He knows how to pray for you. He knows how to lead his entire family. Most important, he knows how to say, I don't know. He knows how to say, I'm still thinking about that. He knows how to say, I'm not thinking too far into the future right now. This is where we are. This is where we're leading the ship. When we get to the other side, we will figure out how to lead the ship. So he's not overly an expert. So he's teachable. But at the same time, he uses all of the skills that he has right now to build what God has given to him. And he knows how to listen as well to correction. And he knows how to say, this is what I need. And this is who I am.
Hope you're taking notes.
So, if you see a guy like that anywhere,
Hold him tight.
be thanking the Lord God Almighty. Because they are very scarce. And chances are, I'm not saying that they're scarce. I'm saying a lot of them have not been to therapy. Because the ones that come out of therapy really come out like this. Do you understand? They read books, or maybe they had a father who was a good model for them. They really know how to say, hey, this is bad behavior. You cannot continue like this. Do you understand? Or they know how to say, you're doing better. Like, you can do actually better than this, in a sense. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Murielle, thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
been
What's
amazing.
good, bro?
We've learned a lot of things. I've
actually.
learned myself. And we
been
need to get you
insightful.
back, and maybe with that partner, so we can ask him some questions. All right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
would be really great. I would leave him here. He would be here for like 4 hours.
Amazing. We need men.
Yeah,
No,
we
he
need
would
to-
be here for a good 4 hours.
Fantastic.
He's given me a 4-hour lecture, so yeah.
Amazing.
Looking
So
forward.
we've had such an amazing time, Paul.
Yeah, we have.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So this has been a lot. It's time to go digest. All right, and marinate on the words and the wisdom from our able Murielle. And till next time. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can't wait until next time. We'll see you
Next
again.
episode.
Next episode.
Yeah.
Be expecting. All right.
But rinse this
Bye.
episode. Rinse
it. Listen and listen and
again
listen.
again.
Learn.
Don't forget to subscribe. Follow us on all our socials.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everywhere you listen to your podcast.
All right.
Yes.
It's
What's
What's
good,
Good,
bro?
What's good, bro? Alrighty. Have a good one. Thank you for listening to What's Good, Bro.
You can send us questions using the email in our show notes.
Remember to rate,
Review
share,
and subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcast.